Namaste children. How are you all? I hope you are fine. And today I am going to introduce a new chapter, integers. You are already familiar with these integers in the 6th standard. So you have studied about integers in the 6th standard. What are integers? How to represent these integers on the number line? And ascending order, descending order of that is comparison of integers. Where we use these integers, some places we have seen some of the examples where we use these integers, additions and subtractions of integers on the number line, and additions and subtractions without using this number line we have seen in the 6th standard. Now in this class we are going to discuss about integers. Once again we will revise what we have studied in the 6th standard. After that, the properties of integers over addition and subtraction we will discuss one topic. After that, multiplication of integers, that is multiplication of two positive integers, one positive integer and one negative integer, two negative integers, two or more than two negative integers. We will discuss all these under multiplication. Then properties of integers under multiplication we will discuss. After that, the last concept, it is division of integers, divisions in integers, how to divide two integers. Then we will discuss properties of integers under division. So in the 7th standard we will concentrate mainly on properties of integers on 4 arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Now I'll start integers. So before that, what we call these digits, see what are digits which we use to write the numbers like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are known as digits. We use these digits to write the numbers. So the first type of numbers are natural numbers, and they are also known as counting numbers. Natural numbers. What are natural numbers? Numbers which are used for counting. Numbers used for counting are known as natural numbers. And this natural numbers, they starts with 1. We always start counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. That's why these numbers are also known as counting numbers. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So like this we will represent natural numbers. Now the symbol used for natural numbers, it is n. N we use to represent natural numbers. N stands for natural numbers. So these natural numbers are starting from 1, and the successor of 1 is 2, the successor of 2 is 3. Similarly, the predecessor of 2 is 1, the predecessor of 1, there is no natural number as a predecessor for 1. So what are predecessors? We discussed in the 6th standard. By subtracting 1 we get the predecessor, or by adding 1 we get the successor. So when we subtract 1 from 1 we will get 0, but 0 is not a natural number. So that 0 is included in other type of numbers. Those numbers are known as whole numbers. So what are whole numbers? Whole numbers are also represented with a letter called W, capital W. So what are whole numbers? Whole numbers are natural numbers including 0. Natural numbers including 0. That is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on. So like this we will represent whole numbers with the W, and whole numbers, the first whole number is 0 and the smallest whole number is 0. First natural number is 1, smallest natural number is 1. So again if you use the concept of predecessor, the predecessor of 0 is, again we'll get 0 minus 1, we'll get negative values. So those negative values are included to these whole numbers. A new set of numbers were formed. That new set of numbers are known as integers. Those are known as integers. Now integers. So integers are also known as Judaic numbers. That's why integers are represented with a letter called Z. So integers contains here, it is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. And so integers are what? The whole numbers including negative numbers are known as integers. The integers are represented with a letter called Z. That is so on. So that is negative numbers -1, -2, -3 and so on. On the left hand side of 0, 0. Right side we have 1, 2, 3 and so on. That is, these numbers are known as positive integers. These numbers are known as positive integers, and these numbers are known as negative integers, whereas 0 is neither positive nor negative integer. So now, which is the least positive integer? It is 1. Least positive integer is 1. Which is the highest or the greatest negative integer? It is -1. So now, how to represent these integers on the number line? So we draw a straight line and we will divide this into equal parts with what it is equal distances like this, and we will represent first 0, then we will represent right side of 0 will represent positive integers. Let this is 0, so right side will represent positive integers. This will be 1. So again it is 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. Here it is -1, -2, -3, -4 and -5 and so on. This side is there and that side also we have, so on is there. So if you want to represent -2, where is -2? So this is -2 like this. Left side of 0 you will see as -2, and right side you will see, if you want to see, if you want to locate 4 means, this is the 4. On the right side of 0 you will see the 4. So right side of 0 will have the positive integers, left side of 0 we have the negative integers. As we move from 0 right side, the value will be increases. As we move from 0 left side if you move, the value will, it is decreases. As we know, -1 is greatest, then -2 is smaller, -3 is still small, that is, it is in the decreasing order, whereas right side of 0 it is in the increasing order. So now, if you see, by using this number line also we can compare the numbers using this number line. See, if I ask you -1, 1, which is greater? 1 is greater than -2. 1 is greater than, -1. 1 is greater than -1. Why? Because on the number line 1 we have on the right side. Always right side numbers are greater than the left side numbers. So even if you take one more example, so 4, -7, which is greater? Again here it is 4 is there on the right side. Therefore 4 is greater than -7. 4 is greater than -7. Similarly, if I take -2 and -4, if I take -2 and -4, both are negative integers. So in these two, which one will come right side of -2 or -4 on the number line? As -2 will come on the right side, therefore -2 is greater than -4. So like this we will compare the numbers and we can write the numbers in the ascending order or in the descending order. So the ascending order, if you see this ascending order of numbers, if we write this ascending order of numbers, what it is? -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, like this you write. Descending order means it is 3, 2, 1, 0, -1, -2, -3, etc. So like this we can write ascending order and descending order of the integers. Now where we use this integers? Positive. So negative integers are there. Where we use this negative integers? So when we are measuring the height, when we are measuring the height of a mountain or height of a pillar, we use a positive integer. If you want to measure the depth of the well or depth of the sea, we use what? A negative integer. Even if you go to this temperatures, if you see below less than, so in winter we'll observe in some places we'll find negative temperatures, that is less than 0 degrees also we'll find. So negative temperatures we will represent with what? Negative temperatures we will represent with the negative integer, and whereas positive temperatures we will represent with the positive integers, like 37 degrees Celsius, -37 degrees Celsius. It is a negative integer and it is positive integer. Not only here, we use again in the banks, like when we withdraw money or when we credit when we deposit the money. Deposit means it is a positive integer to represent. Even if you see the passbook of a bank, we will find out plus 2000 means it is when it is deposited. When credited means it is what? Debit, that is when we remove the money, when we withdraw money, that will become minus 2000. So withdraw amount will be represented with minus sign and deposited amount will be represented with a plus sign. So now we will discuss how to add the integers on the number line using the number line and without using the number line, and also subtractions. Now we will discuss addition of integers using number line. So with an example, so add 2 and 3, add 2 and 3. So for that, what we will draw? We will draw a line, number line, and we will represent the integers on the number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this, and left hand side will represent minus 1, minus 2. So add 2 and 3, it means that 2 plus 3, we are adding 2 and 3 means it is 2 plus 3. First locate 3 on the number line. Where is the 2? Here is the 2. So 3, we are adding 3. So from right side, from 2, move right side 3 steps. From 2, move right side 3 steps as we are adding 3. Therefore it is 1, 2, 3. So this will give us the sum of or the addition of 2 and 3, that is 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. 2 plus 3 is equals to 5. That is 2 positive integers. What about negative integers? Add minus 2 and minus 3. Add and minus 2 and minus 3. For that, draw a number line and locate the numbers on the number line. It is 0, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6. It is 1 and 2 on the right side of 0. So first locate minus 2 on the number line. Where is minus 2? Here is there minus 2. Then to this we are adding minus 3. So move right side or left side? Left side move 3 places. Left side you move 3 places as we are adding minus 3 from minus 2. So 1, 2, 3. So this will give us sum of minus 2 plus minus 3. We are adding both 2 negative integers and we get minus 5. Minus 5. So when we are adding 2 positive integers, we will move right side. When we are adding 2 negative integers, we are moving left side. Next we will discuss one more. Add 1 positive and 1 negative. Add 4 and minus 2. 4 and minus 2. How to add these numbers? So for that, draw a number line and locate it is 0. Then one it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, minus 1, minus 2 and minus 3. We are adding 4 and minus 2. That is 4 plus of minus 2 is equals to. So first locate 4. Where is 4 on the number line? Here we have 4. To that we are adding minus 2, that is negative numbers. So move left side from 4. How many steps we should move? As minus 2 we are adding, so move 2 places, 2 steps. That is 1 and 2. So this will give us 4 plus of minus 2 is equals to 2. So like this we will add the numbers, that is integers on the number line. Subtraction of integers using number line is our next concept. So for subtraction also we will follow the same. So now here for this subtract 3 from 5. Subtract 3 from 5 using number line. So draw a number line and represent this as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, minus 1. This is minus 1. Now we are subtracting 3 from 5 we are subtracting. So first that is 3 from 5 means it is 5 minus 3 is equals to. So first locate 5. Where is 5 on the number line? Here we have 5 on the number line. As we are subtracting, so move 3 steps left side from 5. That is 1, 2, 3. So this number will give us 5 minus 3, that is equals to 2. That is equals to 2. Now what to do? We will take one more example. Subtract minus 3 from 5. Subtract minus 3 from 5. So while we are subtracting minus 3 from 5, see here, This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, minus 1, minus 2. Like this you will represent the numbers on the number line. So subtract minus 3 from 5 means it is 5 minus of minus 3 is equals to 5 minus of minus 3. First you locate 5. It is 5 you locate on the number line. This is 5. Then what to do? 5 minus of minus 3. How do we subtract these negative numbers? We will by adding the additive inverse of minus 3. What is the additive inverse of minus 3? It is plus 3. Additive inverse of minus 3 it is plus 3. So we are adding 5 plus additive inverse of minus 3, that is 5 plus additive inverse of minus 3 is 3. So 5 plus 3. So from 5 move 3 steps right side. Therefore 1, 2, 3 we get. So 5 minus of minus 3 will give, it is what? 8. Like this we will subtract the negative integers from positive integers. All these things we have studied from the 6th standard. Now we will discuss how to add and how to subtract integers without using the number line, and we will discuss in detail about this additive inverse of an integer. Is it clear, children? Yes? Now we will discuss addition of integers without using the number line. See, for example, here in that first we will discuss addition of positive integers. Addition of positive integers. Addition of positive integers. Positive integers is our topic. Addition of positive integers, that is 2 plus 3. Both are positive integers. 2 plus 3. So both are positive. It is 2 plus 3 is equals to what? 5, and we get a positive integer. So plus 7 plus half plus 10. So what we get by adding these two numbers? We will add the numbers and we will put the common sign. Just 7 plus 10 it is 17. That is plus 17. If more numbers are there like this, 2 plus 3 plus 7 plus 4, then what to do? How to add these numbers? More than 2 integers are there. Add all the positive integers. 2 plus 3, 5. 5 plus 7, 12. 12 plus 4, 12 plus 4 it is 16. It is 16. Like this you will add positive integers. Then addition of negative integers. Both are negative, all are negative integers. Addition of negative integers. Addition of negative integers. Addition of negative integers. So how to add this negative integers? See, minus 2 plus of minus 3. So both are negative integers. How to add? You ignore the negative sign, add the numbers. Add the numbers. By adding 2 and 3, what we get? 2 plus 3 it is 5. And take the common sign. What is the sign for 2? It is minus, and for 3 it is minus. You take the common sign, minus. Therefore, minus 2 plus minus 3 is equals to minus 5. While we are adding two negative integers, what to do? Add the numbers and take the common sign. So here common sign means you get only minus. That is minus. So addition of two negative integers is a negative integer. Addition of two positive integers is a positive integer. Addition of two or more than two positive integers is always a positive integer. Now we will discuss minus 10 plus of minus 3. Minus 10 plus of minus 3. So what to do? Just add the numbers. 3 plus 10 plus 3 it is 13, and take the common sign, it is minus 13. What about if more than two numbers are there, negative numbers? Then what to do? Minus 7 plus minus 10 plus minus 15. Minus 15. More than two negative integers are there. So what to do? Add the numbers. 10 plus 15, 25. 25 plus 7, it is 32. So what sign we should keep? Minus sign. Minus 32. So from this what we can conclude? The addition of two or more than two negative integers is always a negative integer. A negative integer. Next, What about this addition of a positive integer and a negative integer? How to do this? Addition of a positive integer and a negative integer. Addition of a positive integer and a negative integer. A positive integer and a negative integer. And negative integer. How to add this negative integer? So this is the basic we have to learn for solving the sums. For example, here 7 plus of minus 2. 7 plus of minus 2. How to add minus 2 to that 7? How to add minus 2 to that 7? So when two different signs are there, you subtract the numbers under addition. So subtract the numbers. When two different signs are there, two different signs, one positive and one negative is there, subtract the smaller number from the greater number. Here, which is the smaller number? 7. Greater number is smaller number is 2. Greater number is 7. So subtract 2 from 7. That is 7 minus 2. It is 5. And take the greater number sign. Which is the greater number? It is 7. What is its sign? It is plus. Therefore, we will get plus 5. Similarly, minus 5 plus 10. Minus 5 plus 10. So again, a negative integer and a positive integer. Subtract the number, smaller number from the bigger number. As smaller number is 5, bigger number is 10. 10 minus 5, it is 5. And keep what it is, the bigger number sign. What is the bigger number? It is 10. Its sign is plus. Therefore, we will get plus 5. Now, how to do, we will take one more example. It is minus 10 plus 3. Minus 10 plus 3 is there. Then how to add these numbers? Minus 10 plus 3, again subtract the numbers, ignore the sign, subtract the numbers. That is 3 is smaller and 10 is greater. 10 minus 3, it is 7, and take the greater number sign. Which is the greater number? It is 10. Its sign is minus. Therefore, it is minus 7. Minus 7. Now 15 plus minus 25. 15 plus minus 25. Again apply the same concept. Subtract the smaller number from bigger number. That is 25 minus 15, 10. And take the sign of the bigger number. That is minus 10. So like this, we will add one positive integer and one negative integer. And we will add two negative integers and positive integers. Is it clear, children? Yes? Now we will discuss subtraction of integers without using number line. Before that, we will discuss additive inverse of an integer. What is additive inverse? By adding any two integers, if the sum is 0, then each number is additive inverse of the other number. Additive means addition. Inverse means with its opposite sign. With its opposite sign. When we add two integers, for example, 2 plus minus 2, what we get by adding these two numbers? How to add these two numbers? So when two different signs are there, subtract the numbers. That is 2 minus 2, it is 0. And if it is greater number, we will take the common sign. For 0, it is neither a positive number nor a negative number. So 2 plus of minus 2 is 0. Therefore, 2 is called additive inverse of minus 2, and minus 2 is called additive inverse of 2. Similarly, 7 is called additive inverse of 7 is called additive inverse of what it is? Additive inverse of minus 7. 7 is called additive inverse of minus 7. What is the additive inverse of minus 10? It is plus 10. Additive inverse of minus 10 is plus 10. Additive inverse of 77 is minus 77. Minus 77. Same number we get with a different sign we get. For positive number, we get additive inverse as a negative integer. For negative integer, we get additive inverse as the positive integer. That is, additive inverse of 3 is minus 3. Additive inverse of minus 10 is plus 10. So that concept we use here in the subtraction of integers without using the number line. Subtraction of integers without using number line. So now subtraction is the inverse method of addition. Inverse method of addition. Here subtraction of integers is nothing but adding the additive inverse of the second number. For example, how to subtract these two numbers? 7 minus 2. 7 minus of minus 2. 7 minus of minus 2. How to subtract this number? By subtraction is nothing but addition by adding 7 plus 2 7 we are adding the additive inverse of minus 2. Now plus additive inverse of minus 2, additive inverse of minus 2, that is 7 plus additive inverse of minus 2 is what? Plus 2. So we are adding 2. 7 plus 2 is equals to 9. That is 7 minus of minus 2 is equals to 9. We will discuss one more sum. That is we will discuss one more sum. So it is minus 7 minus of minus 2. Minus 7 minus of minus 2. What we will do here, it is that is equals to minus 7 plus, we are adding the additive inverse of minus 2. Additive inverse of minus 2. Additive inverse of minus 2, that is minus 7 plus of additive inverse of minus 2, it is plus 2. So now we are adding minus 7 and plus 2, that is one negative integer and one positive integer. One negative integer and one positive integer. So what we will do, we discussed already. Subtract the smaller number from the greater number and take the greater number sign. Here 2 is smaller and 7 is greater. So subtract 2 from 7, that is 7 minus 2 is 5, and 7 is having the minus 7 which is greater, therefore we will get minus 5. Minus 5. Similarly, we will discuss one more sum, that is we can have one more sum, it is minus 7 minus of plus 10. Minus of plus 10 is, then how to subtract these numbers? That is minus 7 plus, add the additive inverse of plus 10. Additive inverse of plus 10. Additive inverse of plus 10 is equals to what it is? Minus 10. So minus 10. Now we are adding two negative integers. What we will do under addition of two negative integers? We will add the numbers and we take the common sign. Therefore 7 plus 10 it is 17, and the common sign it is minus. Minus 17 we will get. Like this we will subtract the integers by using the concept of additive inverse. Additive inverse. Is it clear, children? Is it clear, children? Yes. So we will have the even without we will do these subtractions even in the higher classes or in the next classes, even in the smaller, that is in the easier way also, that we will discuss in the next class. Is it clear, children? Now we will discuss with the knowledge what we have studied now, or what we have learned now from exercise number 1.1. The second question, in a quiz, positive marks were given for correct answers. Positive marks were given for correct answers, and negative marks were given for incorrect answers, that is wrong answers. Wrong answers are represented with negative marks, and correct answers are represented with positive marks. Positive marks means it is positive integers and negative integers. So if Jocks scores in 5 successive rounds, successive means it is consecutive, that is one immediately after the next. That is if Jocks scores in 5 successive rounds were 25, minus 5, minus 10, 15 and 10. What was his total at the end? So how many marks he scored at the end of the quiz? We need to find. Total marks means what to do? We have to find the sum of all the marks he scored. So how many rounds he played? 5 rounds. In that 5 rounds he scored marks like that 25, minus 5, minus 10, 15 and 10. So what is the total strength? Total marks. So now marks scored by whom? Marks scored by Jock. Marks scored by Jock is, what are those marks? Sorry, marks scored by Jock are, what are those? It is 25, minus 5, minus 10, 15 and 10. So what is the total marks at the end? Total marks scored by him is equals to, so what to do? We should add all those numbers, that is 25 plus minus 5 plus minus 10 plus 15 plus 10 plus 10. So here we have some positive integers are there and some negative integers are there. Write all positive integers at one place and all negative integers at one place. So then 25 is positive integer plus 15 is their positive integer plus again 10 is their positive integer plus the negative integers we have minus 5 plus minus 10. Like this, write positive integers at one place and negative integers at the other place. Then add all positive integers and add all negative integers. Add all positive integers. 25 plus 15, 40. 40 plus 10, 50. Or 10 plus 15, 25. 25 plus 25 it is 50. We got. Plus, then add negative integers. Minus 5, minus 10. How do we add two negative integers? Just add the numbers and take the common sign. That is 5 plus 10, 15. That is equals to minus 15. Now how to add one positive integer and one negative integer when two different signs are there? Subtract the smaller number from the greater number and take the greater number sign. That is 50 is greater and 15 is smaller. Subtract 15 from 50. 50 minus 15 is 35 and what sign we get? Plus 35. Plus 35. Why? Because 50 is the greater number. Like this we can find the total marks scored by him. Therefore, total marks scored by Jock at the end is equals to plus 35. Plus 35 marks he scored. Is it clear, children? How to find the total marks? This of Jock, how many marks he scored? Is it clear, children? Yes. Now we'll discuss 7th question. In a magic square, each row, column and diagonal have the same sum. What is a magic square? A set of numbers which are written in a square. Their sum, that is row wise, column wise and diagonal wise, all they have the same sum. Then we can say that square is known as a magic square. If you are given one magic square, we need to check whether it is a magic square or not. How do we check it? By finding the sum of the numbers in the row 1, row 2, row 3, column 1, column 2, column 3 and diagonally also. If all the sums are same, then we can say that it is a magic square. Otherwise it is not a magic square. Now let us see. Row 1, 5 plus minus 1 plus minus 4. So minus 1 and minus 4 both are negative integers. First you add these terms. So what we get? Minus 1 minus 4 it is. We will add the numbers and we keep the common sign. That is 1 plus 4, 5. Common sign it is minus. That is minus 5. Now we are adding one positive integer and one negative integer. So what to do? Subtract the numbers. That is 5 minus 5 it is 0. 0 is neither positive nor negative. Similarly, row 2, second row numbers. That is minus 5 plus minus 2 plus 7. Again here we have two negative integers are there. Minus 5 minus 2. Add the two negative integers. We get same sign is there. So we get minus 7 plus 7. Again two different numbers with this, two numbers with different signs. Minus 7 plus 7 is equals to what it is? 0. Subtract the numbers, we get 0. Next R3, row 3 it is 0 plus 3 plus minus 3. So first add these two numbers. 0 plus 3 is equals to what? 3 plus minus 3. So what we get again? Different number, this numbers with the same sign, we get 0. 3 minus 3 it is 0. Subtract the numbers. Similarly, column 1, C1 you find out. Column 1 it is 5 plus minus 5 plus 0. So now subtract these two numbers. 5 plus of minus 5, same numbers with a different sign. So we will get 0. 0 plus 0 is equals to 0. Next, C2, column 2. Column 2 it is minus 1 plus minus 2 plus 3. So two negative integers are there. Minus 1, minus 2. Add both the negative integers. We will get the minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3. That is equals to numbers with a different sign, that is positive and negative. So what to do? Subtract the numbers. 3 minus 3 it is 0. Now you find out what it is. C3, column 3. Column 3 what we have the numbers? Minus 4 plus 7 plus minus 3. That is two negative integers and one positive integer is there. Here we have. So first add these two numbers. That is minus 4 plus minus 3 plus 7, which is equals to minus 4 minus 3. Same sign is there. Add the numbers and take the common sign. That is 4 plus 3, it is 7. Minus 7 plus 7. Minus 7 plus 7 is equals to 0. So all rows we got the same 0 and all columns also we got the same sum 0. Now find out diagonal. This is, I am taking diagonal 1, D1. So diagonal 1 means what are the numbers? Diagonal 1. So these numbers are there in the diagonal. That is 5 plus minus 2 plus minus 3. That is equals to two negative integers are there. Add minus 2 minus 3. What we get? Minus 5. Therefore it is 5 plus minus 5. 5 plus minus 5. Both are same numbers with a different sign, that is positive and negative. Therefore their sum is equals to what? 0. 5 minus 5 is 0. Next find D2. Diagonal 2. This is D1. So next diagonal 2. These are the numbers. So diagonal 2, what are the numbers we have? Minus 4 plus minus 2 plus 0. That is equals to minus 4 minus 2, both are negative integers. Therefore add the numbers. Minus 4 minus 2 is equals to minus 6 plus 0. Minus 6 plus 0. If you add 0 to any number, you get the same number. Therefore it is minus 6. Now this minus 6 is not equals to 0. Therefore it is not a magic square. It is not a magic square. Why it is not a magic square? Why it is not a magic square? Because all the sums are equal. That is 0 we got, except diagonal D2. Diagonal D2 we got minus 6. Hence it is not a magic square. Children, I hope you understand today's concept. And your homework is textbook page number 4 and 5. Question number 1, 3, 4 and question number 7, that is this question. Second bit is there. That these 4 questions are your homework. Complete it and thank you very much.